Hey, HopSauce, thanks for checking in today. Hey, I just wanted to reiterate, I've been very fortunate. I'm blessed. I've been able to make over 70% for the last 3 years on my portfolios, a couple different portfolios. I started in crypto in 2020, and I can't tell you, I was a computer teacher, so I really enjoy the technology of the blockchain and everything. And so I've got a lot to say about that. But currently, right now, I want to show you what has been working for me. Okay, the S&P, Nasdaq, they're pushing record highs once again today. This is crazy to me. Bitcoin is holding strong. It followed the broader market, okay? That's a very important point here. Look, everybody's getting bullish again. But this is where I like to slow down and just ask myself, am I going to chase again? Because I've done it in the past. Every time and we all do it, human psychology, we get excited when we see big green candles. It's called FOMO. We have that fear of missing out. And so we want to get in, and it's too late. People, I'm here to help you because I have been fortunate. I've gone through this journey my whole life, and I'm finally at a point where I want to share this information. It's working. Down here, it's the strength index. Wow, it just pushed up again. So we're above 70. We have this kick up. This is on earnings. Plain and simply, everybody, overbought. This is the S&P 500. This is the overall market here. This has got the overbought zone. I can't believe that we hit. If we zoom out a little bit, this is unbelievable. Okay, so we hit these all-time highs once again, and look what just happened. This is what I was wanting to show you on this particular chart. Today, a new all-time high on the S&P 500. Woo! People were overbought. 7,400. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. This is not financial advice. I am treading lightly right now. Okay? This is why chasing can be dangerous. You know, some people are relating this to the .com debacle because the PE ratios are so high. The valuations of a lot of these companies are just priced really, really high. Things are expensive right now. Okay, this is Nasdaq. Similar things going on. We breached that all-time high. If we come back here, I don't have a trend line on here, but I can tell you this right here was all-time high. This right here was all-time high. The all-time high, it backed off, and so we're up again at the all-time high here. Just because there's green candles, I'm not saying that things are overpriced. We like green candles. It provides the momentum that we like to be in a trade when there's momentum. Okay, it's type of things that they're overpriced. We're above moving average. All these lines right here. This is 20. The 20 and the 15 were above the moving averages, the longer term. So these are things that I'm watching. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart. Okay, Bitcoin, the thing that I like here is that Bitcoin is kind of, it's not decoupling. It's kind of working with the broader markets. We had this rally up to 80-something, 82, 83, didn't quite hit that 85 mark. So I hope some people made some money on Bitcoin here. Is it going to keep going higher? It could, of course it could. There's no doubt about that. My speculation, though, things have to cool off. It's going to cool off. Overall, the cryptocurrency market has been in a downward trend, whereas the stock market has been up. These are some of the things that I look at from the macro perspective here. Crude oil. Now, this is the point I wanted to make. All-time highs were back here. This is the orange line here. The high, at least the 52-week high. Now look what happens when oil starts to back off. It's responding to the stock market all-time highs. Okay, oil has backed off. There's kind of some inverse effect with these two markets right here. The war in Iraq seems to be cooling off. Okay, and so you got to be careful, people. These headlines, I feel like there's some artificial headlines that we're seeing that are driving these price actions. Just be aware of that right there. It's not everything as black and white as you might think. Okay, so now this is why I'm getting into my cover call mindset because it's worked for me. Okay. Now people dog on cover calls sometimes in terms of percentage wise, you're not making as much money as you can and this kind of thing. I don't care. I've learned not to be greedy. That's how I've been able to maintain 70% profits year over year with a more conservative mindset with my investing. And so I haven't been in this project for a long time, but I want to show you. This is LUMN. I went back on my trades and I looked at my safer cover call trades. LUMN was one of them. It's not very highly priced stock, but the premiums aren't crazy. It's just slow and steady. And so I looked back and I made some money on this, but this was 2 years ago. And what I like to see is see this orange line? That's a 52-week high, 52-week low. I like it when stocks, I don't want to buy into strength. I like to see when things are consolidating somewhere in the middle of this range to lower. And so I saw that LUMN, what's it at right now? Trading around $9.39. I'm going to take a strong look at jumping into this play, selling some calls on this. Now I want it to get closer to this support level around this 831 is my buy range. So this is on my watch list. If I can come below $9, I'm going to take a look at purchasing some of these. Again, the premiums aren't crazy because it's not real volatile, but I don't care. I'm just trying to pull in a little money. That's all it is. NIO was another one. Okay, NIO, I looked in the past on my trading log. I made some money on NIO. Similar format. We're in between the 52-week high and low, and we don't have these blow-off extreme movements on this thing. It is starting to, I have the symmetrical triangle. I like that we started to breach this bottom. We do have a green candle today. It barely broke my lower support level, so I'm going to think about getting in on this trade. If we get down right around this $5.50 range, actually a little bit lower, $5.40, I'm in on this one to write some calls on it. So here's my checklist. Number one is support level. Okay, are we breaking support levels as well as resistance? Okay, where are we at in those two different ranges here? Okay, what are the option premiums? I got to look at the vol and make sure there is some volatility, but not crazy volatility. Okay, which is called the implied volatility. What are the numbers on that? Would I be okay owning the shares? That's the main thing. You want to have to own this company. You got to look at some of the PE ratios and the things and the background of the fundamentals of the company. Is this a company that I would want to own? Strike price that I'm looking at gives me enough upside premium. Sometimes it's like, it's not enough. It's not worth my time. The $100 or whatever that I'm going to bring in, it's not worth my time. Okay, so it has to be a premium that makes sense to me, that is somewhat, it's got to be closer to $1 in terms of the premium price. I don't like to go below 50 cents on the premium that I'm selling. Okay, that's just me personally. Now, and then lastly, the reason why I went back to look at LUMN, it has the fresh earnings. Okay, we got these fresh earnings reports. Look at those as well. There's some acquisition news with some partnerships with other companies. Okay, and there's good volume. And so, this doesn't mean it's 100% safe and can't go down, but it's worth putting on my watch list is what I'm doing today. So again, don't chase. Okay, people, do not chase green candles. Once we're up at all-time highs, it's not the time to buy. That's why I went back to these smaller cap, and they're not near their all-time high. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at getting into projects that are in between there, and we're just going to stand by and see how it plays out. And I'll finish with this, everybody. I have been making some spreadsheets that are very helpful. It's been a lot of time, helpful for me, and I'm going to share those with you. I know there's a lot of instruments with exchanges that you can track your own trades and stuff, but I like having my own file that I can see that's very specific to what my trades are with expiration dates, percentage gains, and all this kind of thing. So it's a killer spreadsheet I got out there. I'm going to put it up, but I'm testing to make sure all the formulas are accurate and correct and everything like that, and I'll share it with you. HopSauce signing out. Thanks for checking in, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do something fun. Kind of get away from these markets. Don't chase the crazy all-time highs, everybody. Don't chase. No FOMO on here. All right, peace out. Have a good day.